Have you ever looked at your life and quietly asked yourself, why am I not winning yet? Not in the loud, dramatic way, but in that silent, heavy way. When you see others moving ahead, building confidence, creating success, while you feel stuck in the same place. Let me tell you a story. There was once a man who believed he was unlucky. Not stupid, not lazy, just unlucky. Every time something went wrong, he would say, "That's just my fate." When others succeeded, he would say, they had better opportunities. And slowly, without realizing it, he built a life where failure felt normal and success felt distant. One day, someone asked him a simple question. What if nothing is wrong with your luck, but everything is wrong with your thinking? That question changed everything. This is the essence of What You Can Win by Shiv Khera tries to awaken in you. Not by giving you instructions, but by forcing you to look inward. Because the truth is, winning doesn't start outside. It starts inside your mind. Think about it. Two people face the same situation, same job, same struggles, same opportunities. One rises, one stays stuck. What's the difference? It's not intelligence, it's not background, it's belief. The way you see yourself quietly shapes every decision you make. If deep down you think, I'm not good enough, you'll hesitate. You'll delay, you'll settle. Not because you want to fail, but because your mind is protecting a story it already believes. And here's the dangerous part. Your mind doesn't care if the story is true. It only cares if the story is familiar. So if you've been telling yourself for years that you're average, unlucky, or incapable, your actions will slowly start proving that story right. That's how people lose, without even realizing they're playing the game. But here's the shift. What if you start acting like the person you want to become before you feel like it? Not fake confidence, not arrogance, but a quiet decision. I will no longer behave like the person I used to be. Because confidence is not something you wait for, it's something you build. Action by action. Let's go deeper. Imagine a person who always arrives late, not just to meetings, but to life. Opportunities pass, chances slip, time disappears. Now ask yourself, is the problem time, or is it discipline? We often blame external things, circumstances, people, luck, but most of the time the real issue is internal. Discipline is boring. It doesn't look exciting on social media. It doesn't feel magical, but it's the bridge between who you are and who you could become. And most people don't cross that bridge. Not because it's impossible, but because it's uncomfortable. Think about your daily habits, the small choices, the little decisions no one sees. That's where your future is being written. Not in big moments, but in repeated patterns. You don't suddenly become successful one day. You slowly become it through consistency. Now let me ask you something uncomfortable. How many times have you made excuses? I'll start tomorrow. I don't feel motivated. It's too hard. Sounds familiar? Excuses are not just words. They are barriers your mind creates to avoid discomfort. And every time you accept an excuse, you train your brain to stay weak. But here's the harsh truth. The world doesn't reward excuses, it rewards results, and results come from responsibility. The moment you stop blaming and start owning your life, everything changes, not instantly, but powerfully. You start realizing that you're not a victim of your situation, you're a product of your decisions. And that realization is both scary and freeing. Because if your decisions created your current life, your new decisions can create a better one. Now let's talk about something even deeper, your attitude. Two people can do the same work. One complains, one grows. One sees problems, one sees opportunities. Same reality, different interpretation. Your attitude is like a lens. It doesn't change the world, but it changes how you experience it. And that changes everything. A negative attitude drains your energy. It makes small problems feel huge. It keeps you stuck in a loop of frustration. But a positive attitude doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means facing them with strength. It means asking, what can I learn from this? Instead of, why is this happening to me? Because growth doesn't come from comfort, it comes from challenge. Now imagine this, you fail at something important. Maybe an exam, a job, a relationship. It hurts, it shakes your confidence, it makes you question yourself. At that moment, you have two choices. You can either label yourself as a failure or treat it as feedback. Most people choose the first one. And that's why they stop trying. But winners, they think differently. They don't see failure as the end, they see it as information. Something didn't work, that's all. And with that mindset, they try again. Smarter, stronger. Because success is not about never failing, it's about never quitting. Now here's something most people don't talk about. Character, not your skills, not your talent, but your character. Who are you when no one is watching? Do you keep your word? Do you stay honest when it's inconvenient? Do you work hard even when there's no reward? Because in the long run, your character decides your destiny. Skills can get you opportunities, but character keeps you there, and without it, success becomes temporary. Now let's shift to something practical. Goals. Everyone talks about goals, but very few understand them. A goal is not just something you want, it's something you're willing to work for. Consistently. Saying, I want to be successful means nothing, but saying, I will wake up early, learn daily, improve daily, that creates movement. Clarity creates action, and action creates results. But here's where people fail. They want instant success, they want results without patience, growth without struggle, rewards without effort, and when that doesn't happen, they quit. But real growth is slow, invisible, sometimes frustrating. You won't see results immediately. You won't feel confident immediately. But if you keep going, something changes. Not outside, inside. You become stronger, sharper, more focused. And one day, people will look at your success and say, you're lucky. But they won't see the discipline. They won't see the struggle. They'll only see the result. That's how winning works. Now let me bring you back to you. Right now, your life is not fixed, your story is not finished, and your future is not decided. It's being shaped every single day by your thoughts, your habits, and your choices. So ask yourself, are you living like someone who wants to win? Or like someone who is waiting to win? Because waiting changes nothing. Action changes everything. And here's the most powerful truth of all. You don't need perfect conditions to start. You don't need complete clarity. You don't need confidence. You just need a decision. A decision that you're done living small. A decision that you're done making excuses. A decision that from today, you will take control. Even if it's messy, even if it's slow, even if no one notices. Because real change is not loud, it's quiet, it's consistent, and it's powerful. So the next time you feel stuck, remember this, you are not behind. You are not lost. You are just one decision away from a different life. And that decision is yours to make.